What's up, YouTube? Cardkid0107 here, coming back at you once again. I figured I'd just make a quick through the mail tutorial on how to write TTMs to athletes, pretty much anyone, athletes, celebrities, icons. So I'm going to do a quick tutorial. I've seen Zach Blow66 do this. Mike from the Autograph Network, of course, has done it. Celtics Maniac 18, I know, has done it. But I'm going to do it. So this is my version. You can believe any of us, we probably all have different ways, different techniques of, writing out TTMs. I think Alec Boy has done it too, but I'm not sure. Anyways, this TTM is going to be sent out to Mr. Goose Gossage. So, pretty much with the letter, you basically want to state, I really want your autograph, dear Mr. Gossage, whatever. I really want your autograph, you are a great player. Compliment him, bring back times, when he was great in the league and that he was a great player. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, yada yada. Just be really nice and generous and, please. And always say thank you. Make sure you say thank you in the letter. And then you fold it into fours like I did. Then you got the letter. Now the return address. You should always include a self-addressed stamped envelope right there, which I folded mine up. I usually fold mine up into thirds. There's my address right there I just showed. But see, it's folded onto thirds like that, which is really smart because then you can just turn it out and there's the envelope. And then you always write do not bend on it twice like I did around the corner, so the postman knows not to bend it. The other thing is, please use forever stamps. They're very good. Let's say the one stamp costs 44 cents right now, and you sent out a TTM on Friday, and then on Saturday the U.S. Postal Service decided to change stamps value to 46 cents. Your stamp would still be good, and it wouldn't matter. So I personally use forever stamps. I think they're the best. But obviously, if you're sending to Canada or foreign, you're gonna have to use different stamps. So that's that. That's the self-addressed stamped envelope. Then I have the envelope to Mr. Gossage, which I only wrote do not bend once. Typically when I'm sending cards, Mr. Gossage, I'm not sending cards to. When I'm sending like baseball cards, I do not only write it once, I write it twice. Because cards, if they get bent, they're really screwed up. The other thing with cards, for example, I'm not sending a baseball card to Mr. Gossage, I'm sending an index card. For cards, let's say you have a shiny and glossy card like this Curt Schilling mini from 2004 Fleer doubleheader. The best thing to do, so the autograph doesn't, he doesn't write on it, it doesn't bubble up and smear. The best thing to do is take some baby powder and rub it across the card, and until you can get the gloss off the card. That way, it's guaranteed not to bubble up or smear. So that's my solution to it. So you have the self-addressed stamp envelope, and again I have the forever stamp. So what you do is take the this and stick the self-addressed stamp envelope inside here, like so. There you go. And then you stick your letter, which I told you guys about, and put it in right here. There you go. So then you got the letter. Move this back, letter, and you got the envelope in there. And then of course, usually some people send jumbo index cards is what I call them. I got two different sizes here, as you can see. One's smaller and one's bigger. Doesn't really make a difference. I've sent both. Typically the players usually send back the smaller ones, not the bigger ones. I've had a lot more luck with the smaller and normal sized ones than the bigger ones, but it doesn't really matter. It's kind of whatever you want to do. So there you go. You have the index card in. You have the self-addressed stamp envelope and the letter of request. Normally, if you're going to send baseball cards, you would have that in there, obviously. And I have do not bend and forever stamp, and I'm ready to lick it up and mail it. And there you go. But another thing is, if you are sending on your self-addressed stamp envelope, your return envelope, a lot of people like to do non-licked envelopes. They like to use like the ones where you peel them off, and the player can peel it and just stick it right on there. And personally, I don't really think it matters. I've had successes with both. You can use the peel ones. People say that's more successful. People do, but personally, I use licked ones and I use peel ones, so I don't really think it matters. Also, a lot of people have been asking me where I get my addresses for TTMs. I get my addresses. Last year I bought this book. I think you guys have already seen it, but I'll set it down on the table here. I'll show you guys with the camera. What you can do is you can go on to sportsaddresslist.com. It's called the 2010 Baseball Address List. I only do baseball TTMs, but there's also basketball, football, hockey, minor league, and the ultimate, which is huge. It's got every single sport in that, which is crazy. But I only got the baseball. Sportsaddresslist.com. Alright, guys? Sportsaddresslist.com. That's the website that you go to. Harvey Meiselman makes it, and it's $35 for this. It's definitely worth it, though. You get, all the players debuted from 1934 to 2009. You get every single player's home address. You also get MLB deceased players. You get general managers. You get the players by the agent's address. So if they're really busy and they get a lot of TTMs, you can send it to their agent. Hall of Famers, umpires, managers, Negro Leaguers, All-American Girls Professional Baseball League. You get baseball personalities too, which is really cool. You get owners, broadcasters, baseball operations, Major League Baseball team addresses, minor league team addresses, MLB deaths, and players who charge a fee, which is really neat. But that's where I get my addresses, guys. There's tons of stuff in here, and they also give, at the beginning, they give tips like autograph collecting 101, and he writes a letter on how he does it. That's where I get my addresses from. I also, what I do is I go to sportscardforum.com, and you can just click under the TTM manager, I think it is, and to find out who is signing and their signing rates, which is really helpful because it's pointless to send to Derek Jeter, who has a 0% signing rate and has no chance of returning your TTM. But you can go into signing rate and recent successes and type in a name, anybody, and you'll see people have documented their TTM successes and failures, and you can see who signs and who doesn't, which I find that to be really helpful. So that's what I do, guys. That's my TTM to Goose Gossage. So just go send to him, Hall of Famer, who's now signing not for a fee, and was signing before for a fee. So that's it, guys. My TTM tutorial. Hope you guys liked it, and feel free to share your own. Alright, talk to everyone later. Cardkid0107. Peace out.